Obviously, for the culture, we will
Mhm.
start with Congo versus Jamaica. And your thoughts on the game? Um,
My thoughts on the game in general. The game wasn't great, you know. You could see how
mm,
cagey it was. The game was not great at all. But I felt like Congo like dominated the early stages of the game, and then Jamaica came back into it, kind of wanting to play on the counter attack a bit more. Congo obviously had a few of the better chances, and Jamaica kind of got into the game a lot more. I feel like if Jamaica played like this in the group stages, they would have automatically qualified for the World Cup. But, you know, they didn't, so they had the opportunities after opportunities and then came to here where they got to play a tough nation in Congo. I think Congo are resilient. I feel like they'll need to make a few changes for their World Cup squad if they want to make some noise, because this can't be it.
mm,
This really can't be it. I know it's like, you know, one of them games where it's, if we lose, we're out, and if we win, we're in. So there's a lot of tension, a lot of pressure. But you'd expect a nation of Congo's size and the players that they do have to produce something better than that. You get what I mean? They won the game, which is the main thing, and they're in the World Cup. So they now can
mhm,
do that. But I felt like the game would be more entertaining, but you expect it from a specific game like that. One and done,
mhm.
similar to March Madness, similar to the NFL playoffs. It is literally you win and you're in. So it was an interesting perspective and an interesting game to watch, but I feel like I needed to see more from both sides. But Jamaica gave me some like hope in terms of, okay, I feel like they'll take this and be able to progress in the next 4 years to try and make the next World Cup. But Congo need to focus really for this World Cup. And, you know, big up the Congolese people. They're happy, they're healthy, they're going to be enjoying in Mexico, because I think they're playing in Mexico for the group stages. So they'll be enjoying.
Yeah, I think the stadium that they played in is a stadium they'll be playing in their group stage.
Yeah.
Anyway, because the game last night was in Mexico. I thought that Congo started off really sharply, to be
Mm.
to be fair. Like, and they were unlucky. Obviously, they scored the offside goal.
Yeah.
Um, and they just showed much more urgency early in the game. Um, it's like not the occasion got to Jamaica, but early on, I was like, bro, like, don't get me wrong, I get the tightness of the game, but show a bit more oomph.
Mm.
And it was just all Congo for me, like very early on in the game. And like you said, Jamaica settled, but they didn't really create nothing. I think even throughout the whole game, they had one shot on target. Obviously, Congo only had three, but like they had 19 total shots, whereas
Mhm.
Jamaica only had six. So it was just it w- I would have felt not hard done by it if Congo lost, but it was like for me, they're the team that gave the real effort in that
Mm.
sense, and then they defended really well in it. Not to say Jamaica didn't give an effort, but I think the way Jamaica played, that kind of summed up their campaign, because a lot of that their fans were unhappy that they even got to this stage, because obviously in their group, Curacao topped the group
Mhm.
and they left points on the board against Trinidad, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Yep.
So, like, again, with the extension of this World Cup, you'd expect Jamaica to be the ones that come out the CONCACAF region, um, the North American region in general, like
Mhm.
regardless with the players that they have. Obviously, we know that they've had issues over the years in terms of selections and then players falling out, coming back into the team, etc. But they called up a good enough contingent um, in a few of their games, and then yeah, just for them to lose the way they did. And I think Congo deserved the win, and like not even a biased win, but I was happy that they won,
Mhm.
because again, like they went through the tougher path.
Yeah, definitely.
Because again, the African qualifiers weren't easy
Mhm.
itself. Like, and we got big countries in Cameroon and Nigeria that missed out. Like, but Congo had to get through Nigeria in the qualifying stage to get to this stage and be
Okay.
the highest ranked team. So like, boy, we saw it during AFCON. Congo were a solid side. They lost
Mhm.
what to Algeria in extra
Extra
time.
time. Yeah.
So like they were a solid side. But again, like you said, the thing with them going into the World Cup, you saying something needs to change. I don't know what needs to change, because I felt like that was their best team in it. And they've just not got enough cutting edge for me. Like
Yeah.
they're wasteful in the final third because
Mm.
they were getting into the final third just last
Easily.
night.
Easily as
They were
well.
getting into the final third, and we've seen that. Like, sorry, that I'm rambling, but the game against Nigeria, they defended well and played as a team, and then played on the counter. Whereas like last night, they were the team with a bit more driving force. But
Mm.
it's again that final third thing. Like they need Wissa to find his Brentford form coming into the World Cup because obviously this year has been a bit of a struggle for him.
Yeah, you could see that last night, especially with Wissa. You could especially see that with him. Because he was kind of like he looked sharp in areas, but not in the areas we saw as
Mhm,
in the Brentford days. So he'd get the ball, and I was thinking, "Go on, do it," and he wouldn't do it. You get
mhm,
what I mean? So I was disappointed in him, but you know I can understand it because obviously he's been out for a long time. He's just back playing with Newcastle now. You get what I mean? It's been an injury-ridden season. I was very disappointed in Leon Bailey though. Very, very disappointed in Leon Bailey because he's the poster boy for Jamaican football, and I feel like that might have run out last night. Like the new wave and the new players may have to just take it on now. I feel like he may have run his course in terms of being the main guy they look to take them over the edge. I don't think he's their best player anyway. I don't think he's been their best player for a long time. Do you get what I mean? Um,
mhm.
but he's the one that was Jamaican born and, you know, reps Jamaica to the highest and, you know, he loves the culture and respectfully, that is what you want from a Caribbean nation. And that's what you want your face of that's what you want your face of your national team to be. But he's not at the level right now where he can be carrying the team. And it seems like
Abs-
he he wanted to do way too much last night and he got caught on the ball all the time. He was like even simple passes he was making mistakes on. I was like, yo, it was disappointing. It was a real disappointing performance from me watching him. I was just disappointed in that.
I think the Congolese they defended him well because when he did get the ball, they not triple teamed him, but they got to him really quick in it,
Mm,
and it made it seem as if he weren't as sharp. But in a way, his game kind of summed up how his saga with Jamaica over the last couple years because he's
mm,
been one of the players that has spoke out
yeah,
against like the FA and that's fell out, was out the side for a bit,
yep,
came back into the side. Even the game a couple days ago or last week against New Caledonia, he
hmm,
didn't start that game.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So I think in terms of name wise, he's the biggest name, but like I don't see him as like their star man. I don't think they've got a definitive star man anymore.
no,
Um and it's kind of shown through like their selections, again, the issues that they face internally throughout the qualifiers, and
mm,
then what sacking no, well, McLaren leaving
yep,
this head coach. Like them not going through doesn't surprise me.
no,
Like it's been a bit of a chaotic campaign for Jamaica. I'd say. Um,
hmm,
Compared to say years ago when you were facing them in or like games that because you faced them, is it once or twice or whatever?
yes, yeah, we played them, we lost
And
3-1.
they then they look like, all right, it was not that it was settled, but it's the start of something. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm,
Because players from say again biased, but players from England started to accept the call ups. Say,
yep,
all right, cool. The last couple years, and they've got enough guys. Do you know what I mean? Like you got men that are playing in Premier League, Championship, and top flight. Obviously, look, in terms of last night's game, Congo were the favourites into that game anyway. But just that whole campaign, because we're seeing Curacao win that group,
yep,
qualify. Haiti have qualified for the
yep,
World Cup. Like, no disrespect to them countries, but bro, Jamaica should somewhat be ashamed that they're not in this World Cup.
they should be.
And given that, yeah, like, so again, that's why I was like, I didn't even think like, oh yeah, like Leon Bailey, he has to ultra stand up because he's just been a bit part player for the last couple years for them. Do you know what I
Mm,
mean?
yeah,
Like, there's no consistency, not even in him, in the way they select. It's arguably just Andre Blake, and then maybe the centre backs that are definitive. Do
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like the defenders that are definitive. Everywhere else,
you
because when
don't
I saw
have.
lineup against New Caledonia, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if Damari Gray's injured or whatnot, but like he's been their best player for like the past like 2 years. You get what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So like not having him there, I don't know if he's injured or not. I haven't looked into that, but not having him there is a big issue. Like he's the real threat actually going forwards. And yeah, I just feel like Caribbean football's taking a hit with Jamaica not being there, but big up the other Caribbean nations that have qualified. So
Mhm.
but Jamaica are gonna have to take a good hard look at themselves and go, what did we do wrong? What are we doing right? And what needs to be changed? So next time this comes around, because this is probably their best opportunity ever with the USA, Mexico, and Canada already being in there, because next time they're going through qualification as well. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
S-
yeah, good point.
So how do we now qualify next time? And they have the players to do it. It's just about the infrastructure. And I think that's the Caribbean football in general, the infrastructure. So they need to just get that correct and then figure out what they want to do. And if it's go young with the young players, build them up for the next 4 years and then have a great squad going into that World Cup, then do that. If it's keeping these same boys, then do that. But everyone you're playing now is in the late 20s, early 30s, like their starting lineup yesterday anyway. Like this is their last hurrah, or next time will be their last hurrah. So you need to make sure
Mhm.
you qualify.
On Damari Gray, I didn't wanna cut you off. He got injured, I think, in his last Birmingham game, so literally
Oh,
last week,
okay.
uh, or middle of last, that's when they announced he wouldn't be, called up. Because I was thinking he's been playing, but yes, I did see that he was injured. Um, and I feel like they have tried to bred in some of the younger players as well. Because obviously you've got Tyrese Campbell at Charlton,
Yeah.
the
Anderson,
midfielder
Charlton.
also, Corey Anderson,
Yep.
um, and then who came on last night? Hall?
Yeah.
Is he at, I think he's at
Sheffield
a
United.
League Two club. I'd like to say Notts County.
Oh, Notts County. Yes, there's
Now I
Brooks is at
think you're
Sheffield
talking
United.
about
Brooks.
Brooks, yeah.
Yeah.
But Brooks didn't even play yesterday, innit?
No, I didn't play. But they got
Um,
Amari Bell as well. Amari
but he,
Bell.
yeah, they Bell and Brooks both started against New Caledonia. Um, but yeah, Hall coming on. I think Hall's on loan from Spurs, if I'm not mistaken, at
Yeah.
to Notts County. So they are trying to. And Mason Clark, is that like his second or third cap?
I think that's his first call up. This is his first call up. This
Or
one.
first, yeah, like
Yeah.
this week or whatever. So it's just like they they they've got a decent amount of experience, and then youthful players in it. But
Mm.
I just think it's been a chaotic campaign-ish. Like, obviously, I don't know the full ins and outs with what happened with McLaren, and it seems like he gave it a good go, but there might have been some political stuff with the FA. Again, like I stated earlier, Leon Bailey having his issues in and out and stuff. So it's a very good point you made bringing up Damari Gray. That was a big loss for them because
Mhm.
he's actually been their main guy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hey, look, Caribbean football. They know what they need to do in it. They know what they need to do. Jamaica's FA need to look long and hard about and at this process and go, what do we want to do next? And everything's got to be
Mhm,
structured and tailored towards the World Cup, not the Gold Cup, not the Copper America, the World Cup. Because y- granted, you're going to qualify for Gold Cup because you should, but it's not a given anymore. You should qualify for Copper America because you should, but again, it's not a given anymore. But the
mhm.
World Cup is the main focus. That's what every international team, every international player wants to play in. So, like, missing out on this opportunity is massive, and I feel like next 4 years need to be just tailored towards that.
But do you think with the way they are currently going, them just about like bringing in the younger guys, they should also say the next CONCACAF or Gold Cup, for instance, like Gold Cup, they should go with the aim to win the next Gold Cup.
Yes,
So it then that stepping stone for the next World Cup.
yes, I feel like they should be now striving to become the best nation in the region, in the CONCACAF region. You get what I mean? They have the players
Hmm.
to rival the USAs, the Canadas, the Mexicos. They
Yeah.
have the quality of player. Do you get what I mean? If you select correctly. So I feel like definitely, they should be. As you said, stepping stone should be let's win the Gold Cup. Next stepping stone should be Copa America quarterfinals or something like that. Do you get what I mean?
Hmm.
And then it's qualify for the World Cup. but keep a consistent squad whilst doing this.
Yeah.
Don't be, oh, it's World Cup time now. Oh, that good player's playing here that didn't want to come for 5 years. Let's pick him. Do you get what I mean? Because it's World Cup
Mhm.
season. I don't know if they should do that sort of stuff because it always messes with the flow. If you keep a consistent team and keep some consistency, it works. We did it with Grenada for a period of time. When this team was consistent for a longer period of time and everyone got to play with each other, we knew how everyone played. International breaks, you don't get enough time to work on things. So we understood that. We understood each other. We understood how we all play. Same sort of team. You can bring in a few new bodies here and there, obviously to
Mhm.
add the quality to the group, which is necessary and needed. But you also need that continuity and that consistency.
Yeah. No facts. 'Cause I was just even double checking like the lineup, and most of the players is say championship. You got one or two top flight in terms of Pinnock, Bailey.
Mhm.
Um, I think Casey Palmer, who was probably their best player last night. He's the only one
Definitely.
that's like League One,
Yeah.
and then Kings at St Mirren, and then Webster's playing in North Macedonia.
Yeah.
But like, whereas everyone else is Championship or Premier League. Do you know what I mean?
And
Apart
Casey's
from
on
Andre.
loan from Champ to League One.
Exactly.
Um,
Um,
and
Apart
Bobby
from
Reid
obviously Andre Blake.
and Bobby Reid was Prem last year. Do you get what I mean? Goes to Leicester, thinks they're going to go back to Prem. They're looking like they're going to get relegated. So, like, you get what I mean? Everyone was in and around the Prem. A lot of these people have played in the Premier League as well. Ephraim Mason
Yeah,
Clark will
yeah,
be in the Premier League next season. Coventry should get promoted.
yeah. So, based on the play, obviously not all these players were involved in the campaign, but still, regardless, the actual qualification, they should, with the team that they have or the players that they have, they should be top in that group. But again,
100%.
that's how good Curacao was, because you've always said over the last couple of years, even I think before this group stage started, you might have said on one of the episodes, Curacao are our country to watch because the way they play as togetherness wise,
Team, bro, the
led
team has
by
never
they're the
changed.
Bakuna brothers, isn't it?
Yeah, the team never changes. I played Curacao
Yeah.
twice or three times, and our team always changed, but you'd always know who the main guys are going to be, who the like fringe guys are going to be. Their squad was very similar. Their manager was very consistent. Obviously, he's left now
Mhm.
because he had a family issue. God bless him. But like that was the consistency, and you can see that consistency is carried through for years. They went gold. They've done the Gold Cups. They've done this. They've done that. They've done this. Boom, World Cup. It's not
Yeah.
by accident.
And then their opponents, obviously, we've been speaking about Jamaica a lot, but Congo, like fantastic achievement for them. It's their second World Cup in 52 years, I believe.
Hmm.
Like, and obviously, all what Congo are going through as a nation in terms of like their own civil stuff, I think that will majorly uplift the country even more. Apparently, today's a paid national holiday,
Nice, nice,
and
nice.
deservedly so. In it, you get me?
Hmm.
Like they've got enough players in in and around top flight Europe as well, where they can potentially, given how this World Cup is, they could potentially be one of those teams that could aim to be one of the better second place teams to come out the group. I'm just double checking their group.
They've
So
got
their group's
Portugal,
Portugal,
Colombia.
Uzbekistan, and Colombia.
Yeah.
So,
It's
but
possible.
in, literally in these one-off games,
Yeah.
they get a draw against Portugal for argument's sake, hold the ship, nick a 1-0 against Colombia, and beat Uzbekistan, and then boom, they're through.
Literally.
So yeah, no, big up Congo. Like that was a fantastic achievement, and I'm happy. Like the likes of over the last couple of years, Wan-Bissaka, to
Mm.
Nzebi, what a time to score your first international goal.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? Like just brilliant for those guys. And Bemba's there, ever present. Their
Yeah.
skipper that leads by a great example. Um, Mutasami, the centre mid, he's like their unsung hero.
Mhm.
Siddiqui, you've got him playing very good in the Prem for Sunderland. Bro, and I even tweeted last night, I was like, Bakambu played the whole game and
Mhm.
he's literally going to be 35 next week.
Yeah,
I
bro.
was like, bro.
It's
So,
what it
yeah,
takes.
man.
It's what it takes. And you got, as you said, you got to big up Congo, big up Aaron, your first Palace
Yep.
graduate to be going to the World Cup from our youth days anyway. So, we got to
Yeah.
big that up. That's a huge achievement for him. Him and the family, big them up. So that is
Hmm.
just a blessing in itself. hopefully West Ham get out of the relegation zone as well, so you know he can stay in the Premier League. But nah, definitely huge for Congo. We're going to be having a few different like type of parties around in the summertime because we got a lot of African nations to support. Obviously Ghana first, and then we can go for
10 African nations.
yes. So
World Cup.
we're going to be in with a shout, man. This is going to be a good summer for us, and big up Congo again.